We need to discuss the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is and has been the world's reserve currency. That's in the process of changing. As recently as 1987, the United States was a creditor nation. Unfortunately, the United States is now the largest debtor nation the world has ever seen. We in the United States owe the rest of the world $13 trillion. That's trillion with a T. We owe the rest of the world 13 trillion U.S. dollars. As you can imagine, being in debt by $13 trillion is serious stuff. But what is more worrisome to me is the fact that our foreign debts are increasing at the rate of 1 trillion U.S. dollars every 15 months. Every 15 months, the United States is deeper in debt by another $1 trillion. You do the arithmetic. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. America's enemies are trying to figure out ways to exploit this potential weakness. But you know, a lot of America's friends are also saying, maybe something's wrong. Maybe America's out of control. Well, I can tell you America is out of control. For the most part, Americans don't even know about this situation, much less that it's a problem. The few people who are aware of it think it's good. There's a way for America to debase its currency, drive down the value of the dollar, and revive the American economy. The head of the central bank is on official record as saying, if I have to get into a helicopter and fly around the world and drop out dollar bills in order to drive down the value of the currency, I'll do so. Now, this is a man who knows nothing about markets, who knows nothing about economics, who knows nothing about currencies. He only knows one thing. He knows about printing money. He spent his whole intellectual career studying the printing of money. And now America's given him the printing presses. He's running them at a very rapid rate already. You wait till things get really bad. Things are bad, don't get me wrong. But when things get really bad, he's going to run those printing presses till we run out of trees. Because that's his only way to solve the world's problems. It is a horrible way to run an economy. Many countries have tried to debase the currency. The word debasement comes from the Romans. They started doing this thousands of years ago. Many people have tried to debase your currency, but it has never worked in the long term. It has never worked in the medium term. Occasionally it works in the short term, but not always, as a way to revive your economy. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think, because it's the same head of the central bank said in another of his official statements, you have to understand 21st century central banking. We control the printing presses, and we will run the printing presses as fast as we have to. You've got to take him at his word. He means every word of it. This is all he knows, and he's going to run those printing presses as long and as fast as he can. You've got to figure this out. Some of you remember or have read about when the pound sterling was the world's reserve currency, and when it lost its status, the reverberations were felt all over the world. A lot of people lost fortunes because they did not know what was going on. A lot of other people made fortunes because they figured out what was going on and they took advantage of it. Well, you need to do the same thing. You've got to protect your families, your companies, your clients, yourselves, because this too is changing the world, and it will change it even more. I showed you my little girls. My little girls are American citizens. My little girls have bank accounts. My little girls do not have American bank accounts. My little girls have European bank accounts, because my little girls know what's happening to the U.S. dollar. They know that in their lifetimes it's going to be problematical at best, and they're trying to protect themselves. Plus, my little girls have to take care of me someday, too. So, let's make sure my little girls get this right.